Who pays the real estate fees? Hey, this is Peter Mancini with Penn Realty. In a world of real estate transaction, one question that often arises is, who pays the real estate fees? This question can be the source of confusion for many people, especially those who are new to buying and selling properties. To help clear up any confusion, let's take a closer look at how real estate fees are typically handled. Real estate fees explained. Real estate fees, often referred to as commissions, are the fees paid to the real estate agents and/or brokers for their services in facilitating a real estate transaction. These fees are usually based on the percentage of the final sale price of the property and are typically paid by the seller. Now, with that NAR thing, things are changing, but let's go on what we know so far. Sellers pay the commission. In most real estate transactions so far, the seller is responsible for paying the real estate commission. This is because the seller is the one who is benefiting from the service of the real estate agent/broker. The commission is usually agreed upon when the seller signs a listing agreement with the agent/broker. That's all agreed upon while you're doing the listing agreement. Buyer's agent commission. Now, in some cases, the buyer's agent's commission is also paid by the seller. This is often the case in a traditional real estate transaction where the buyer has their own agent representing them. The commission for the buyer's agent is typically negotiated as part of the listing agreement. So when you meet, you basically talk about what the co-broke is going to be and if there is going to be a co-broke. FSBO, for sale by owner. In a FSBO transaction where the seller is not using a real estate agent or broker, there are no real estate fees paid to a listing agent. However, the buyer's agent may still expect to receive a commission, which is typically negotiated between the seller and the buyer's agent. Finally, the other fees. In addition to real estate commissions, there may be other fees associated with real estate transaction, such as closing costs, which are typically paid by both the buyer and the seller. These costs can include things like title insurance, attorney fees, and transfer taxes. In conclusion, the question of who pays the real estate fees ultimately depends on the specific details of the real estate transaction. In most cases, the seller is responsible for paying the real estate commissions, but there are exceptions, such as in a FSBO transaction or when the buyer has their own agent. It is important for both buyers and sellers to understand this, to understand how real estate fees are handled in their particular situation to avoid any misunderstandings during the transaction process. Name is Peter Mancini with Penn Realty. You can request a seller's guide or a buyer's guide. We'll get it over to you as fast as we can. PennRealty.net/contact. Take care.